What's up, you guys? It's Joshua Garrett here with another review. Now, if I did not make this clear enough in my last channel update, my school, well, first of all, let me say this. My school year starts in less than a week, but basically, so I promised that I would squeeze in 3 more reviews of 3 more Thomas locomotives, and so that's what I'm going to do. As you can see here, I built a very small, very basic layout. I bought a Hornby track mat off eBay along with an extension track pack. I was going to use this track pack for my series, but for obvious reasons, it's just not going to happen. So this is what my last 3 reviews will be like, and they probably will not last long. I'm guessing no more than 5 minutes. So as you can see here and by the title, today we are going to be looking at the 2015/2016 Hornby Henry, the green engine. Now, although this engine may not get the perfect score or 100%, it is still personally my favorite engine out of the whole range so far. It's just magnificent. The bright colors, the excellent paint job. It's just amazing. I've never owned a Hornby version of Henry before, and honestly, I think this is much better than the original one. So let's get a look at the locomotive first. Henry is based off the Black 5 locomotive. I don't have a picture or another model of it to compare it to, but I think it was a perfect model or prototype for Henry, because if you look in the Railway Series book, I forget the number, but it's called Off the Rails, sort of like what I did a remake of in my speech class. Henry looked exactly like the Black 5 locomotive, and I'm sure there are plenty of other Railway Series pictures or books that show you him, but one thing that I kind of like is that if you look really closely, you'll notice that his boiler kind of goes in. It's a little tighter. So yeah. Like the Hornby James, it was designed in 2015, but wasn't actually available until 2016. And I had to get this one off eBay about a few months back. It's a really awesome locomotive. The face is perfect. The face is perfect. The only difference between this face and the original was the pupils and the eyes. They were kind of shaped like a little bit of Pac-Man, or maybe they were the same, but it is a lot brighter. Don't know if you can see the brightness, but definitely a lot better. The thing that I like about this new range, it's a lot brighter. I mean, that just makes it so much better. It's a lot more brighter. It's not as dark and gloomy as the original Hornby range. As you can see here, it's covered in a lovely livery of green paint and red stripes, and it's just really good. Another thing, he has a lot of good in-cab detail. I don't know if you can see it, but in my opinion, there's a lot more detail than the original one. Now, I don't have the original one to compare it with, but if I were to guess, there'd be more detail in the back, which is really what I really like about Hornby. It's why for someone who lives in the U.S., I'm more of a Hornby fan. These engines are made to look like actual, like real steam locomotives, like you would see in real life. Like, just to say, if you were actually to see a real version of Henry in real life, this is kind of what he'd look like, which I think is really good. And he's just incredibly detailed. They don't paint all the parts, but at the same time, it's a children's toy, and they can't make everything so, what's the word, detailed or fragile, I should say, because then children could often break them, and that's like $150 going down the drain. I paid about $132 for this off eBay, and I want to give it a perfect score, but unfortunately when we get to the tender, that's going to have to change. You'll notice that the axle boxes are painted black here. This is not how it's like when you first buy it on the box. This is just a small mod that I did because I just really did not like the green. It's just weird. I'm a little bit disappointed that Hornby didn't fix this. The same goes on for Hornby Gordon, but I'm not going to get that model for obvious reasons. But it's still really good. taking the tender off, you'll notice that the motor would look a lot different from the Hornby James. If I can get it off. Alright, well I can't get it off without forcing it really hard, so I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Unlike Edward, Gordon, and James, Henry is loco driven, which I really like. I think loco driven locos are a lot stronger and faster. Well, maybe not so much, but they're maybe not stronger, but I think they're most certainly faster. I don't know why they couldn't do it for Gordon, though. I mean, if Henry can do it, Gordon can certainly do it, because Gordon's much bigger. So yeah, there's a lot of different designs. You can probably go on YouTube and see other people do reviews on it, but I really like Hornby Henry. I think it's a great locomotive. And so in terms of detail, he won't get that perfect score because, of course, the tender, which is always an issue, but it is still personally my favorite locomotive. So without further ado, let's give it a quick run. Let's see, I have to be a little more careful. It'll require a lot more effort. Alright, he's on the track. And I'm sure you've already seen him run in previous videos, but for the sake of every review, I like to do this. Go forward. And there he goes. He is the first engine to ever run this new layout that I constructed. I never tested it out before, but, you know, really nice. This review has definitely gone a lot longer than 5 minutes, I can tell you that. I'll have him go around a few more times. Have him go around one last time. Okay, so there you have it, everyone. This is the 2015 or 2016 Hornby Henry locomotive. I highly recommend that you get this one. Oh, well, looks like we got a bit of a short circuit. I'll fix that. Wait a second. Looks like there's been a small derailment. Track must have broken. Probably should have tested this engine out before I did the review. There we go. And it's already moving on its own, like I said before. Loco driven, not tender driven. Okay, got that little derailment. Let's just see if it has that problem again. Nope, still works. So yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap it up there. This is Joshua Garrett now signing off, saying goodbye, and as always, thank you for watching.